Ladies, I know that you are just absolutely ready for this brand new year. And of course, being able to deal with us as gentlemen, one of the things you may be asking is, what do men want when it comes to relationships? Whether that's a platonic relationship, whether that's a professional relationship, whether it's even possibly a romantic relationship as well. What do men want from relationships? And so if you'll take a few moments to listen to what I have to say, I'm going to give you an inside sneak peek on what men want in every relationship that they're in. Let's take some time to get into it. I'm DC Howard. I am the care coach, and I want to be your care coach as well. Care coach stands for Career and Relationship Excellence. Also know that I'm a Master Certified Life Coach through the Certified Life Coach Institute, which is an ICF accredited organization, which stands for the International Coaching Federation. But you are here because you want to be able to understand, possibly as from a wonderful lady's perspective to a gentleman, possibly even a gentleman that's trying to understand other gentlemen, is what, and even possibly, especially for our millennials, especially as a millennial myself, is it what do men want out of the relationship that they have? And so I've got a great three-word, if you will, three-letter acronym that's going to be able to break down just at its absolute core what men want from relationships that they're in, whether it be platonic relationships, whether it be, once again, professional relationships, or even what it means when it comes to being in romantic relationships. And point blank, men want raw relationships. I'm going to say it one more time, and I know you like, what? Yes, men want raw relationships. And so it stands for this. Point number one, men want relationships of reciprocity. I'm going to say that one more time. Men want relationships of reciprocity. What do I mean by that? I'm glad you asked. Reciprocity is a very simple word of equal amount of give, includes equal amount of take. And so being able to, as a gentleman, being able to be in a relationship, whether it be, like I said, with a friend, whether it be with a person that we're working with, or even someone that we're romantically engaged with, is that we want to know for the exact same amount of effort that we're putting into the situation, that you're able to also provide that same energy back. As the infamous saying goes, keep that same energy. Well, the energy we're giving, definitely give us that energy back. And so if you find that we are one that we're willing to, if you will, let's talk about a platonic situation, that we're willing to make sure that you have everything you need in order to be successful, that you're able to bring that same energy back. That when there's a need for us to be able to have you to help us be successful, that you're bringing that same energy back. When it comes down to professional relationships, where if we're very much so, if you will, very compartmentalized about what it is that we share with you, that you're not the individual to try to come and ask all these various questions about our lives, about our livelihoods, when we're very, very clear that this is what we want you to know. If this is what we want you to know, make sure that you're also providing that amount, no more, no less. From the standpoint of a romantic relationship, is that the amount of interest that we're showing you lets you know where exactly we see you when it comes down to romance. Whether it is a situational romance, whether it is a seasonal romance, or whether it is, if you will, a lifetime romance. And so be able to understand that particular standpoint when it comes to the energy that we're giving, that you're able to make sure that you're reciprocating. So that's point number one when it comes to what men want from relationships, when it comes to being raw, is reciprocity. Point number two, when it comes to what do men want out of relationships, the second point is authenticity. Men desire absolute authenticity when it comes to relationships. And I will be the first to say, as a man myself, is that at times that is challenging for us to be able to do when it comes to being completely authentic. But what I will say is that we know authenticity when we see it. And so when you're able to provide that, whether it be a platonic relationship, whether it be a professional relationship, or whether it be a romantic relationship, it is absolutely appreciated. And so I'll give some examples of that. When it comes to a platonic relationship, is that if I know that I have a friend that is doing their absolute best in order to be that friend to me, as well as also support their fellow family members, I can appreciate that because they're being 100% genuine in the efforts that they're doing. When it comes down to a professional standpoint and the fact of the matter that this individual has looked out for me when it comes down to giving me information of what's happening within my company, as well as also potentially giving me information that's going to better me as an employee or possibly even in whatever position I have, I appreciate the fact that they're being authentic and being able to give that information to me. When it comes down to romantic relationship, it's a fact of the matter, but my wife is absolutely authentic in the things that she says and does. She doesn't just put on when it comes to words that she speaks over me and actions that she does. And so I absolutely appreciate the authenticity that she provides me. So that's point number 2 when it comes to what men want in relationships is authenticity. All right, so we've talked about reciprocity, we've talked about authenticity. Here's point number 3 when it comes to what men want in relationships, and that is willingness. Yes, I'm gonna say that again, willingness. That's point number 3 in what men desire when it comes to relationships. And here's the thing, we are perfectly imperfect creatures when it comes to being a man. And so therefore, we need individuals that are willing to help us learn, individuals that are willing to help us grow, individuals that are willing to help us, if you will, evolve, and individuals that are willing to help us be. Once again, I'm gonna say that again, that we need individuals that are willing to help us, number 1, learn, individuals that are willing to help us grow, individuals that are willing to let us evolve, and then also willingness of individuals to allow us to be. So I'm gonna break down each one of those things. Number 1, we need individuals that will allow us to learn. The reality is we may be ignorant, and that doesn't mean we're stupid, but that we're ignorant, meaning we don't know certain things. And so we need individuals in our lives, platonically, professionally, as well as romantically, to help us learn certain particular elements about life. One of the great things that I was able to learn from my wife, I'll mention this when it comes to the romantic element, is the value of a vacation. I never knew before I was married the extreme value of being able to take a vacation. Well, I absolutely understand that now, and I'm most certainly willing to be able to use that at absolutely every single time that I can. Being able to willingness to grow. So being able to have a friend that will understand when you were the individual that could only pay for McDonald's, now you're the individual that can possibly pay for that Ruth Chris, that, if you will, P.F. Chang's, that Cheesecake Factory, McCormick and Schmick, those higher end meals. A friend that will grow with you as well. A friend that will evolve with you. So a friend that will see you when you were in a relationship that wasn't really that successful to now seeing you in a relationship that's successful, that's possibly even going into an engagement, that's possibly even now marriage, and even seeing you evolve with children and the like. And so friends that will allow you to evolve. And then friends that will also let you simply be, so that you're not having to put on airs when it comes to being that employee at the job, being that colleague at the job, being that, if you will, husband, being that father, being that friend, that they will allow you to be who you are 100% of the time. So there you have it. What do men want from relationships is being raw. Once again, being able to be a relationship of reciprocity where there's equal give, equal take. Number 2, being able to be authentic in what it is that you're speaking on. And then point number 3, being able to have a willingness to allow us to learn, to grow, to evolve, and be. I hope this video has been of great blessing and benefit to you. Once again, I would love for you to be able to do a couple of things for me before we go. Is in the comments, tell me if you agree on the fact of the matter that men desire raw relationships, relationships of reciprocity, authenticity, and willingness. If you do agree, give me some examples of how you've seen that in your life. If you don't agree, give me some examples of how you've seen that in your life. Also, let me know if there is a man in your life that you now realize you need to be more raw with. Tell me some particular ways that you're going to be now more raw with him. Also, make sure that you click a like if you appreciated this video and were able to take something from this content, as well as also be able to be a part of our Wayoneers Network. We're on a goal to continue to each week to gain at least 20 subscribers. So go ahead and click on that subscribe button, click on that get notifications bell so you can be a part of the Wayoneers Network. And once again, I'm DC Howard, your care coach, and I look forward to seeing and speaking with you soon.